welcome to the YouTube channel. Yes. All right, now, Chapter 8 actually also has inequalities besides equations.
I know, right?
That's why this wasn't in the center of the paper. But we're going to do that like Chapter 8 Part 2 test. So this is Chapter 8 Part 1 test, really. All right. So, what do we do on both sides here? Divide. Yeah, you're right. Because this is multiplication, right? So divide by 2.7, divide by 2.7, and since I have the answer, I don't have to do it on a calculator. You are correct. It is negative 8. Now, if you have your calculator, you can check your answer. You could even do it without a calculator, right? You could just do 21. You would put the negative 8 inside where the n is, right? 2.7 times 8, right? And it would equal 21.6. All right? Now, fractions. Aha. Nick, can you help us with this one?
Yeah.
Number 2, what do we do?
So you take 3/4 and then you flip it, and then that's times 4 4/3, and then you do it to the other side.
Very good.
Which gives you
Very good.
48, and then you
Well, we can cross cancel here, right? So 1 and 4, so it's 1 over what? 112. No, 3 times 4. Okay. I like how you explained that, Nick. That was excellent. So what now, but he didn't say why. Why do we multiply times 4/3? Right, but why do we even have 4/3? Who remembers? Yes. Yeah, it equals to 1, exactly. It'd be 12 over 12, and that will cancel out, pay attention, it's very important, that would cancel out your 3/4, so you have 1x by itself. Okay, we feel good about that, everyone? Awesome. Can you check your answer? Of course you can. So we could put this x inside here, right? For 1/12, 3/4 times 1/12. Okay, we could reduce that here too. Let's see. For 1/16. Does it equal 1/16? Yes, it does. So we could check our answer. That's amazing. Okay, what about this one? It almost looks like a superstar cluster extra problem, but it's not. What is it, Roberto? It's not your Maillard because there's not a variable on the right.
I know.
Okay, how do you do it? Right, and I'm going to show my positives and negatives, 13 and 9. Right, so I've got negative 4x. Careful. Okay. Yep, negative 9. Right, and you probably at the top of your paper have a Dorito Man. Right, remember I'm not giving half credit unless you show your negative stuff here, because I want you to do better. Okay? And if you show your negatives, you have a much higher chance of getting it correct. Any questions on that? Okay, who can answer his question about do you have to? Yes.
Wait, I gotta write down.
Right, so, but if you get it right, do you get full credit? Yes. So if somebody on the test does not show this at all, but gets all the answers right, they can get 100% on the test. So no, you do not have to. But if you get a negative wrong, I'm not giving half credit unless you at least try to show your work like that. Okay, that's it. Okay, moving on. Oh, this looks like a long problem. So do we distribute? No, there's no distributing. So we combine like terms. 5x minus 5 is equal to something. I don't know. No, positive 5x. Good guys win. Right? 7 and negative 2. Now this is a your yard, my yard. Wait a second. What is it? All real numbers, because it's exactly the same thing. Now you could throw it over the fence and then it would cancel out, right? And it would be negative 5 equals negative 5. But we all know that that is all real numbers. Yes. Oh, I haven't been drawing my lines. Remember, I didn't do that until this year, so thank you for pointing that out. Let's give 10 points to Ashley. That was very good.
I told her to say that.
You did not.
Everyone see
It's bad. You forgot to do it in number 3 too. I reminded you.
Thanks for reminding me, Richie.
Alright, give me 10 points.
You're a real pal.
I think everyone should get 5 points and Ashley gets 10.
Okay. Do you guys want me to give Ashley whatever he said?
Yeah, what Brian said.
Okay, that's fine.
Wait, Brian said 0 points to Ashley?
And everyone else gets 25
No, that's not what he said.
That is what I said.
No, that's not what he said.
People keep changing their minds.
He said Ashley gets 10 and everyone else gets 5.
25.
25.
I pointed it out.
I pointed it out.
Well, I mean, points are points, so we should just do it, you know? Yeah, sure.
Anyways, here we go.
Wait.
So, number 5. Who wants to try this one?
I would like to try it.
Number 5, Roberto. Check. Try it, please.
Okay. So I'm just saying it right now off the bat. I don't know what to do, so I'm just gonna guess. I'm guessing that you do 1 over 8 W. You get that, and then you put it on. Wait, I messed it up. I don't know what to do.
Okay. What kind of a problem does it look like, Roberto? Honestly. Does it look like a Uri Maillard? Does it have a variable on both sides? It does not have a variable on both sides. It does not have a variable on both sides, right, Roberto? So, what does it have, though?
A negative.
It does. What else?
Fraction.
Okay. What kind of a problem is it, guys?
It's a superstar, co-star,
It's
extra.
a superstar, co-star, extra problem.
You cap.
Okay, Roberto.
Okay, now that I know it.
What kind of a problem is it, Roberto?
Look at the equation.
Okay.
Oh
Okay.
my.
So we've got the superstar, co-star, extra.
Okay, by the way, you get the positive 2,
hmm
turning to a negative 2.
Right, so we need to subtract 2 on both sides. Good. So 1/8 W is equal to negative 5. Good.
And then you get the 8 and times it on both sides, I think.
Right, so times 8 over 1 on both sides. Times 8 over 1 on
And
both
then that
sides.
gets you negative 40. And then W is equal to negative 40.
Okay, good. So let's test it though. Alright, so 1/8 times negative 40 plus 2 should equal to negative 3. Well, let's see. What's 1/8 of negative 40? Negative 5 plus 2 equals negative. Hey, it worked! Yay! Okay.
Wait, do we have a copy?
Okay, now I'm going to go back and put my line. I'm not used to doing this line, by the way, but I like it though.
My line is so.
Alright, I'm going to do the line at the beginning now. Alright, now this one, you can do it 2 different ways. You can start out by multiplying 5/3 on both sides, or you can distribute. I think this one's easier to do times 5/3 on both sides. Let's do that. Just like Nick taught us. Times 5/3 on both sides, right? Times the reciprocal. So we have x plus 10 is equal to, what's 6? We can reduce that, right? 2 and 1. Okay, negative 10 over 1. Exactly. It's multiplying, right? It's multiplying a negative 6 times positive 5/3. So that's Dorito math. Okay, then yes, we subtract 10. We subtract 10 on both sides. All right, here we go. Moving on, moving on. All right. So now this is what kind of a problem? Anybody? She says you're on my yard. Why? Because there's a variable on both sides. Exactly. Now I know sometimes they get a little confusing, but you want to ask yourself, Roberto, right? Is there a variable on both sides? And if there is, yes there is, then it would be your yard, your my yard. Every time. He's like, no. Yes there is, right? 4.3h. Okay. So 2.5h, alright, is equal to negative 9. Alright, divide by 2.5. Uh-oh. What's going to happen if we divide by 2.5? Is it going to go in? It's, huh? Oh, wait. Oh, my line. Thank you. I know. The line is new for me. I never did the line until this school, but I like the line. So thank you. I will use the line. I will definitely use the line. All right. Hold on, though. Do my own division in my head. So yeah, that's correct. Negative 3.6. All right. I think I should draw a line here. Do you guys agree? I do too. All right, what kind of problem is this, Roberto?
Oh, you're my yard.
Are you sure? Is there is there a variable on both sides?
I knew it. I just said I wasn't sure.
Is there a variable on both sides?
Yes.
Okay, so be confident. I didn't mean to trick you, but I know. I was just saying, are you sure? All right. Yes, you are definitely right. Okay. So what do we say when we want this out of my yard? Get out of my yard. Thank you. So negative 5/6. Okay. All right. So 2/3 and negative 5. Oh. Yeah, we have to have a common denominator when we're adding subtracting, right? So this turns to 4/6 minus 5. Oh. Right? It's 4 minus 5. Well, we just do good guys, bad guys, right? Let me make it small. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, exactly. Bad guys win by 1. So it's negative 1/6x minus 15. Okay, let me move that over. Because I got my line here. I don't want to disappoint anybody. The line police over here. Okay, negative 12. And now it turns into a superstar costar extra problem. Excellent. Positive 3. I'm going to show my good guys, bad guys, even if you're not. Okay? So 3. All right. So, times negative 6, right? Times negative 6. So we've got x equals to negative 18. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I could say it louder, please. Did he say something bad? What?
Yeah. I mean, no.
Why would the line? Feeling this one's going to be super duper. Who wants to do this one?
Do we get points?
Vaughn, help us out. Of course you get points.
Wait, what?
Okay, what do we do? Right, first is always distributive if it's there. Okay, equals 10x. What is that? And this becomes plus 7, doesn't it? It's minus negative, so plus 35. Oh. So this is a yard, my yard, and it cancels out just like our homework last night, right? So we have 5 is equal to 35. That's bad. It's not true.
It's 25.
Oh, it's 25, huh? Oh, so this isn't going to be quite the problem that I I can multiply. Okay, 25x, my bad, 15x plus 5 equals 35. Oh man, I thought this was going to be one of those all real numbers, or right? Okay. Negative 15x is equal to 30. Okay, which part? Are you sure? It's okay. What part did I lose you? Did you see why I did your yard, my yard here?
Yeah.
Okay. You sure? You sure? Okay. And then it became negative 15
Yeah.
because I did minus 25 on both sides. You sure? And then superstar costar extra, right? Okay, good. Okay. If you have a question on a step, please ask it on one step. Okay. Do you have a question? Oh, did it actually work? Yay. Alright. Okay. Alright, this one's about the same as number 2, and I don't want to run out of time. So, number 10 is almost the same as number 2. Number 11 is not, though. That's going to be a special one, right? Who wants to try that one? Who hasn't? Have you been on the YouTube yet?
Yeah, I do.
All of them? Well, come on up here. We'll feature you.
No.
Richie! Let's give him a hand. Richie! Oh, you can do it. Come on. Wow. It's the same as number 2. But it comes out as a fraction. The answer for number 10, anybody know it? What do you have?
Negative 3 and 7.
Right. It's negative 15 over 4, which is 3 3/4. Okay, is that what you got? And you just doubted yourself?
No, I didn't get it.
Well, you multiply times the reciprocal. 6 over 1. Negative 6 over 1. Times negative 6 over 1. Okay? Just like number 2. All right. Come on over, buddy. Okay. What do we do first? You just came up. What do we do first? Okay, help him out. What do we do first? Distribute. Help us distribute. Come on. How do we distribute?
Participate in class activities.
No, come on. You want to do it?
All right.
Yeah,
Wait, what I don't even know. What
Number 11.
All right. So, you're welcome, Richie.
Very exciting.
Alright. So, we have to do 12z.
Okay, but how do we get that?
What do you mean?
Oh,
I'm doing on that side. Yeah.
okay,
12z
but what's our
plus
first step, though?
we have to do distribute, which
Right.
is, so it's 48 plus, 48 positive 12z.
Okay, good.
And then you have to do your yard, my yard.
Get out of my yard! Okay,
Negative 12 on both sides.
right. And that makes 6 equals 48, which is super not cool. So what do we say for that?
No solution.
No solution.
What?
Yes.
Well, how do you know which is our no solution?
Who can answer that question? How do we? Whoa. Hold on. Jocelyn's helping out. Yes.
Because then there's no variable to
Right. The variable cancels out. When the variable cancels out, right? Then we have to say, is it true or false? Right. Thank you. So yeah, you have to do that yourself. Okay. What kind of problem is this, Roberto? You're our expert.
Oh, okay, buddy. It is Superstar CoStar X.
Do we agree? Good job, Roberto. All right. Let's move on. Okay, we're almost done. The sum of it. What?
Didn't solve that problem.
Yeah, I know, because we've already done superstar co-structure problems. The answer is 8. I don't want to run out of time. So the sum of a number, 8 plus a mystery number, is negative 12. Hey, that's easy. But I'm going to do my good guys, bad guys, because I don't want to mess up my negative. That was a terrible chart there. I don't want to mess up my negatives. Although, I'm really having a hard time with this chart. Okay, so 12 bad guys, 8 bad guys. That means the bad guys score 20. And 8 minus 20 is negative 12, so it's correct. Wait, is there a question? Is there a question? Is there a question?
Yeah, Matt said, wait, what?
No, do you have a question or no? Okay. Alright, 8 less than the quotient. So x, the quotient of a number 10 is x over 10 minus 8. Now, if you did 8 minus x over 10, that's wrong. So be really careful. Why is that wrong? Because 8 less than, we did this when we were doing word problems at the very beginning of the year. Whenever it says less than, you have to make sure the order is correct. Like if I say, I have $8 less than Adiba, it would be however much she has minus 8, not the other way around. So 8 less than, it's following. So be careful. Who got that right anyway? The minus 8? Good. Okay, x over 10 minus 8 is equal to negative 4. Let me move that up because it's going to run out of space. Oh, I think my line police could have gotten me here.
I said
But
that for that.
I know it was only one step though. Okay. Superstar. Where's the co-star? The 10. Thank you. Extra plus 8. See, I told you guys I appreciate Richie for all of his participation. You guys didn't believe me. X over 10 is equal to 12. What? It's not 12. See, I almost made an error there. So it's positive 4. Okay? Now I want to multiply by 10 on both sides. Hey, I'm going to move this. I thought... Keller? That was weird.
Oh wait, I missed it.
I need to get this thing. My magic lasso. My magic lasso is malfunctioning. Okay, here we go. Times 10 on both sides. X is equal to 40. And we can test it. 40 over 10 is 4, minus 8 is negative 4. Yep, it works.
Wait, what?
40 over 10 minus 8. That's, if we want to test it, right? 40 over 10 minus 8. Okay.
Oh, I did it.
That's 4 minus 8 is negative 4. Happy face.
Oh.
We're testing it.
Oh, for some reason, wait, how come, oh, wait, how come you don't do, combining like terms?
Because there are no combining like terms. It's only a superstar, co-star, extra.
Oh,
So,
this is a co-star, oh, okay.
yeah.
Because I put it in like 8 plus, x divided by 10, so like, I put the division.
Oh, yeah.
instead of
Mm-mm. It was less than. Okay, Debbie's weekly earnings at $15 per hour is $210. Who figured that out? Anybody get all the way here? You want to try it, Melanie? What do you think?
Yeah, Melanie told me.
I haven't done it.
You just told
Well,
me.
how do you think you can do it? All right. Each hour is $15, so it's $15 times mystery number because each time it's $15, so it's multiplication. All right. Divide by 15 on both sides. Here's a little tricky one. All right. How many times does 15 go into 210? I have no idea. Let me see. 14. I think I'm right. Anybody have a calculator?
Yeah.
Am I right? Okay.